sit here in awe of just why they want to do this. And
So
it's the depopulation
I was
agenda
gonna
they've
say,
had since the 50s.
why do they want to depopulate us,
Well,
our
because
society?
gosh, there's a quote, and it's like we have 5 billion useless eaters on this planet. It's from gosh, I can't remember now the World Economic Forum, but it's Bill and Melinda Gates. I can't exactly remember, but they came out and they're like, yeah, we have just billions of useless eaters on the earth consuming. And it's like, well, what's the quickest way to depopulate somebody is to panic everybody. That's the thing, is
Mm.
it was the panic that COVID induced was, oh my gosh, the world's ending. Like there's that boat that got stuck. There's no toilet paper. There's nothing. Oh, so sorry, Mike. Klaus Schwab did say that it was the 5 billion useless eaters. He's the World Economic Forum guy. He is a horrible person. Um, he's the one that led the 201. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I don't agree with the World Economic Forum, but oh well, that's on me. But I encourage you guys to go out there and actually do research on what the World Economic Forum is
Yeah.
because they want a cashless society. They want a one currency. They want like 9 regions, not individual countries.
This is interesting. I did not know this.
Oh, yes. So Economic Forum back in the 1950s published this document, and they're like, there's going to be 9 different regions. Like Africa is one region, but then there's North and South, which was it was Mexico, United States, Canada, and Greenland were all one. You go, why does Trump want Greenland?
Why do we want
Why do we want
Greenland?
Greenland? Well, I know why, because they want to push this World Economic Forum agenda. They want like all of your Asia to be one country. They want Europe to be one thing.
So what
It's
is their, can you explain a little bit more their reasoning behind this? Now I'm into it.
okay. So the World Economic Forum wants a one world government. That's their whole thing. They want the new world order, one world government. They want the 9 families that are in power right now to stay in power. Um, it's just it's interesting when you start digging into conspiracies and like my conspiracies go so much deeper than just health. Like
Hmm.
there's so many other things that I'm like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me do a little research and figure out why instead of like I look at the first headline and go, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna take that for what it is.
Mm.
There can't be any more depth to this argument. I'm 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 sure Brenda at whatever local media source has figured it all out for me. No, no, that doesn't happen. Um, but just World Economic Forum, they just want one,
Mm.
and it's
Mm.
scary. They worship they're satanic. They worship Saturn. That's a whole nother
Yeah,
thing. But
yeah.
it's they got some weird stuff going on there with
Okay.
CERN. Just weird garbage going
Crazy.
around the world.
I
But
can't wait for your updated PowerPoint on another on a later date and we can get
yeah,
into this for sure.
6 hour
Oh,
podcast coming your way.
yeah, I think you need to create your own. The things that you could talk about.
I know it'd be pretty good, but
Like the next
I
Joe
do want to
Rogan.
keep a job.
So true. They're gonna come for you.
Yeah.
They're literally gonna come for you. I love it. So on the podcast, we've talked a lot about like issues with our food and health. And I think it'd be really awesome to jump into those specific things like cholesterol, industrialized seed oils that have become a huge thing, and then go into some controversial foods.
Love it.
Let's dive in.
So cholesterol back in like the 60s and 70s used to be they wanted 300 to 500 was what they wanted your cholesterol to be at. And now I believe it's at 150 to 180. Um, which
Because they say it's bad.
because yes,
Yeah.
because oh cholesterol is bad, don't eat bacon, bad cholesterol.
Eggs, red meat.
Yeah, don't eat any of the stuff that's delicious and not processed, right?
Yep.
They put you on the processed food, eat as much of that as you want. Don't eat the processed or don't eat the non-processed food because it's good for you and
And
contains healthy
who's
fats.
pushing this out? Who's telling us to lower our cholesterol rates?
Oh, it's your FDA, it's doctors. It kind of goes back to that one big G word, ends with government. Um, but so there's that theory that Alzheimer is just diabetes of the
Correct.
brain.
It's diabetes 3 is what
Yeah.
they're calling it.
Well, we're the only society that calls it Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Every other place calls it
Interesting.
diabetes type 3.
Uh-huh. It is
It's
sugar in the
it's
brain.
sugar in the brain.
You increase your sugar and your brain receptors are not able to work the way they are processed. So therefore you lose your memory because your brain is not working correctly.
Yeah. It's
But they
just
won't tell you that.
no.
If you decrease
Right.
your sugar, completely eliminate from your diet, people have literally cured Alzheimer's.
Yeah, they've increased their cognitive abilities. I mean, there are some other studies on how you can help Alzheimer's, and there's like, oh, just take psychedelic mushrooms and sit with your eyes closed, and
Right.
that does help your neuroconnectivity, but it's also a lot to do with what you're eating and putting into your body. Are you putting in sugars and processed foods, or are you getting your whole proteins and amino acids and vitamins? Like, and and it's just one of those like I Alzheimer's is a touchy issue because I think our society doesn't like to talk about what it really is.
Mm.
Like, oh, you have Alzheimer's. That's it. There's nothing you can do. Well, to an extent, yes. There's nothing we can do, except for those of you listening who are probably under the age of 25, probably stop eating a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Processed
Don't eat,
sugar, yes.
yeah. Yeah, get your sugar from apples and berries and
Yes.
that
The
sugar is
good stuff.
awesome. That sugar is great. But don't get it from eating 60 candy bars a day. Like
Yeah.
I'm no better, man. I go home and we have these comfort stations and put a hard day's skiing in. And I'm like, I'm gonna walk out with a Snickers and almond joy. I'm gonna get this and this, and I'm like, oh man, I feel disgusting after I eat it.
Mm.
But it's that sugar, it keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know if you guys have ever seen this video, but it's the video of of these two rats.
Hmm.
One of
I
them
haven't seen
eats
this.
like just a great diet, and the other one eats the American processed sugar
Yeah, I've
diet.
seen
Yeah.
this.
The one that doesn't eat it can swim away and find safety every time. And the one that eats our diet is
Yeah.
swimming lost, has no
Mm-hmm.
idea where safety is. And it's like it has damaged its brain in so many different ways. And it's like 2 weeks of eating that diet.
Our
Yeah.
ability to think, our
Yeah.
ability to make decisions, act on our own.
It goes back to they want you docile.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to be a cog in the wheel. And John D. Rockefeller was actually very famous for saying he wants a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. He also found out that it takes 12 years to indoctrinate a person, and he started our school system. Just another little tidbit of information for you.
No, I love it. I love it.
Um,
Makes us think.
Yeah.
but why? And then you look back at that time, and you're starting to get industrialized food.
Yeah.
You're starting to get all these large companies coming out making one brand of things, right? You have General Mills has like all of the greatest cereals ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, man, Captain Crunch is awesome. But Cheerios are great for your heart because it lowers your cholesterol. Like, what?
That was a crazy marketing ploy.
Actually,
Insane.
WTF?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You look at what you put in your body and it's like, man, like I was fat. I was like, why do I feel so horrible every single morning when I wake up? It takes me
Yeah.
forever to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, man, I eat well, my alarm goes off, and I go, man, it's early, but I'm getting up.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
start the day.
So
It
true.
Start the day.
completely transforms your life, your health, the way you feel, thinking. It's crazy. It's so
It
awesome
just brings back
and terrible.
little, yeah, it's awesome and terrible. It's awesome when you understand that, man, like I have the freedom to eat well and to do any of these things because we're probably in a position where we can do that.
Yeah.
So
And there
true.
are a lot of people who can't have that freedom to go out and purchase a nice steak and
Yeah.
just eat clean. And it's like, well, you wonder why a lot of those people on food stamps aren't healthy
Yeah.
and go to the doctor all the time. And it's like, well, they eat garbage that's subsidized by the government. Because, man, I'm eating a bag of Doritos a day. Like, it's just, you
The
start
most
asking questions
Yes,
and
the
you just
most
keep getting
vulnerable
pissed off.
community. They're
Yep.
going to eat the crap. They're going to run to the doctors. They're going to
Yeah.
get the prescriptions. So the doctors are going to be good. And everyone in high up positions is going to be so happy. And this is my issue with our political system and just the way that they take vulnerable communities and they're going to tell you they're doing what's best for you. They're going to tell you that they're supporting you, and you're going to go vote for them. You vote for them, and the cycle continues.
Yeah, well, it's the cycle of all of our politicians are owned by a group, and I encourage you to look into who that is. But it's like they're all owned. They all want one thing for you, and it's the collapse of our society because they know they're safe,
Hmm.
right? I mean, you're Nancy Pelosi outperforming every single stock broker in the world, and you go, how? You make 200 grand a year and you're worth $300 million. I mean, I'm not really good at math, but that math does not math. It just doesn't make sense, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
You
get
ask why.
kickbacks.
You ask why.
You just start asking why. You start asking questions, and you just start following that stupid rabbit down the hole,
Hmm.
and it gets
It's all
so
connected.
bad. I mean, I've had nights where I used to call them research nights. I used to sit there with a bottle of whiskey and I would just read and like find out stuff. I was like, oh, what do you mean all of our private prisons are owned by record labels? Uh-oh. Well, there's another following down the rabbit to a different hole. And man, why is all of our food really bad for us?
Yeah.
Oh, well, because they want you docile, dumb, and obeying what they want you to look at that COVID pandemic and go, oh man, I'm really scared for my life right now because of also there
Fear.
were no deaths from the flu that year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't That's my 2 cents about it.
We also
Love
like
it.
we always talk about the whole thing of like you either invest in your health now and you spend the money now on your health,
Good point.
or you're
Hmm.
spending it in hospital bills later.
Yeah.
So like yes, it's expensive and we're having to put in so much work, but it's you're gonna reap the benefit later on and end
So
up saving
true.
money in the end.
So
Yeah.
true. And I'm loving the conversations that our society is having, or
Yeah.
not our society, sorry, our generation is having.
Yes.
I do think that it comes in a cycle, and where our generation is questioning a little bit more, and the conversations that I'm having. I mean, Cicely and I started on this journey like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
but now people are like, there's seed oils and everything. Like I should be eating ground beef. This, and
Yeah.
there's conversations being had, and I love it. And I think RFK right now is doing a phenomenal job in what he's doing and getting that out there. I know Cooper has a different side, maybe a little bit of it, but just getting awareness out there and making a change, and getting rid of those red dye 40s because we know they're not good
Yeah.
for us, and putting labels up in McDonald's that there's carcinogens in their burgers. And I think just whatever your political thing is, like let's just get the information out there and let's start talking about it.
Yeah.
That I love.
I mean, get healthy, and I will say I during campaign season, I loved what RFK was spitting out and like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and he just hasn't done it. That's my issue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, well, you talked a lot, but oh well. I mean, it is crazy the amount of seed oils that people use, and it's like, oh hey,
It's
I'm gonna
cheap.
I'm gonna coat my food in canola oil.
Mm-hmm.
You should see how much butter I use because it is insane. I love butter.
It's good.
Butter's great.
Yes. It's so much better than this. Well, they told us seed oils were healthy. They literally called them vegetable. They literally call it vegetable
Vegetable
oil.
yeah.
They are extremely processed with high temperatures, and then they throw in chemical deodorizers to transform it from a powder back into a liquid, and it is petroleum based
Yeah.
solvent that extracts the oils from the seed, like petroleum, like what you would fill your car up to run is what is being used to transform corn into oil. They are completely stripped of all of their nutrients and antioxidants, and then they add in harmful carcinogens, that are, like we talked about, banned in Japan, Europe, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, to make them last on shelves practically forever. And if you read the back of any packaged food, you are going to see these seed oils. And pretty much, yeah, they are genetically modified, sprayed with herbicides, glyphosate. I just recommend that anyone take a look into what they are putting in their bodies, and decrease those packaged foods.
It's also funny you mentioned like this started in the 50s,
Yeah.
60s. So I saw this video and it was like what goes into an Oreo in the 50s, and it was like it was cocoa powder, sugar, a a few other things, but it was like six ingredients.
Yes.
And now you go in there and I can't pronounce 90% of the things on an Oreo package.
Correct.
Also, there's weird messaging on the cookie, like of the actual cookie of the Oreo.
Yeah, I've heard this. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
satanic.
satanic. It's fully satanic on the Oreo, so don't eat Oreos. But also you look at the stuff, it's like it's just what goes into a Dorito, and it's like, well, 90% of it is red 40. I'm like, man, no wonder you keep craving it. But they're all processed with all these garbage seed oils. They want you to use these garbage seed oils in your body because your body can't naturally process them,
Nope.
Yeah.
like at all.
Because they're not real food. Your body
No,
and your digestive system was made to process real food.
Mm-hmm.
They're not real.
no.
And that's why you can't process it. And they knew, I swear, they knew what they were doing and making them and putting them in every single food. Yes, they are cheap and accessible, but now our body is trying to fight back. We get sick, we run right back to the doctor's prescription.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's an endless cycle of I'm gonna put garbage into my body. I don't feel well. I'm going to the doctor. Doctor gives me medication so I feel better. So I'm gonna keep eating the exact same way I eat.
And I'm going to keep
I,
taking the medication.
yeah, and then
Which
you
is ruining
just
some other process in your body. So then you're
so
going
you
to have
take
to go to the
another
doctor
medication.
again. Yep.
It's, I mean, you look at it and it's like, I doctors. I know Cicely, we've talked about this, but like the natural medicine doctors,
Yeah.
instead of like I'm going to Dr. Pepper at Baylor Scott and White to go
Mm-hmm.
get my thing. Like, dude, I am all for surgeons. Surgeons are awesome. You need surgeons, but
Yes.
like your GPs and just some other doctors where it's like, man, what do you really do? You just
Right.
prescribe me a medication that deals with the symptom.
You put a Band-Aid on
That's what
it.
they want, is they want the symptom. They don't want to get to the
The
root
root
cause,
cause.
Yep.
because the root cause is you eat like garbage and you do nothing. You sit at your desk all day. Like
Yeah.
I
Everything can be, and we talk about this all the time, but everything can be solved through your diet and your lifestyle. Like all of the
yeah.
issues you're experiencing can be solved holistically. And that is what the natural doctors are trying to get you to really dig at what the cause is through natural remedies.
Yeah. I mean, there's a great doctor, Dr. Sebi, and he was in a court case and he brought like 79 different patients that he cured their cancers for. Like, well, he didn't use any of the natural. He didn't use radiation or chemo. And
Chemo.
it's like, well, yeah.
Right.
You know what
But
he
he's being
probably did?
sued because he's right. Like
Yeah.
at some point you either get sued because you did something really bad or you're right about something that's really wrong.
That they don't want you to be right about.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they don't want you to know that you can help cure your lung cancer eating pounds of grapes a day, like that grape diet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know about the 11th harmonic frequency that specifically targets cancers in your body. They don't want you to know that the COVID-19 jab can cause cancers. They've
Because,
literally come out with that saying
yep,
COVID-19 has an increased risk of cancer,
cancer.
myocarditis, and just
I just listened
a
to a
ton of other
podcast on it
things. It's like, man, you just gotta wonder why.
Yeah.
because it's making them so much money. They don't care if it hurts you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the amount of money that Pfizer must receive from the government or from us is insane. Pfizer, Moderna, whatever shot you got in 2021 was bet you was their most profitable year ever.
Yeah.
And
We're just little ants in their storybook making them a crap ton of money.
it's like that Bugs Life movie, right? You get all those little ants when they eventually rise up, they can defeat the grasshoppers. Am I remembering that right?
I
think
honestly
so.
have no
I think it's
I
the
idea.
haven't seen that in
grasshoppers.
forever.
I have
Uh,
no idea.
Neither have I, but they don't want you to rise up and question. That's
No.
why they want you to keep eating it and be docile. Like it just, you go back to the certain things and you're just like, well, that makes a lot of sense now.
Huh.
Wonder why they do it this way. Well, I got an answer for you.
Yeah.
It just,
Crazy.
it's
Darn.
sad.
It's just you're stuck in that cycle that we keep talking about. And until you start asking the questions of why,
Yeah.
or until you have a personal experience. That's how Shayna and I got into it, of like, we were going to all these doctors and they weren't giving us an answer, and they were like, oh, you're completely healthy. And it's like, well, we didn't feel healthy. We
Yeah.
had all these issues.
I don't want to take the medication.
Correct. I'm not going to take like birth control or whatever they were trying to give us for different things. And so we found ourselves down a natural path. And that's the only way we kind of got out of the cycle that we had been trapped in growing up.
And everyone has the possibility and ability, I think, to get out once you start asking these questions. And that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing the podcast for, just to give like another perspective. Because once you figure out all these things, like there's things you can do. Like, I don't want to buy anything from General Mills anymore. And I'm
Right.
not going to eat your processed seed oils. And I'm not going to go get these vaccines or take your prescriptions. I'm not going to fund you anymore.
Yeah. I just got a Costco membership. I just saw an article that talked about the vaccination of the cows that they use in Costco ground beef, and was just so disheartened. I was so sad. I was like, oh man, because they're vaccinating the cows and
You're eating
like
that.
they're well, it's like that whole thing where they were like, oh, it's the bird flu that's killing all the
Yes.
chickens. No. You know the chickens that don't die from the bird flu have a natural immunity to the bird flu? And then when they
Wow.
hatch eggs for more chickens, those chickens have the natural immunity. And it's like, well, what if we kill them all with foam? Have you guys seen that video?
No.
No.
Oh, they suffocate just down. That's why eggs are so expensive, because they murder just millions of chickens. Because, well, if one gets it, they all get it. Well, let chickens die. Let it do it naturally and don't murder every chicken, because then you're going to root out that ability to have natural immunity.
So true.
And it's just dumb to think about. It's just so dumb
So
what
dumb.
they do. It's like, whoa. And it's not your local farmer Joe that has
Right.
300 chickens.
Yes.
It's like,
Massive.
it's just like the plants. And we're like, well, we have 4,000 chickens in this one hen and they can't move. Let's suffocate them.
Yeah.
And they do it with foam.
Ugh.
Oh, it's so sad to watch.
That's
Um,
terrible.
Yeah.
It's
And
like, that's the importance of knowing where your food is coming from. And like we've talked about, like with red meat, like going to like a local butcher shop to get food, because you know that it's coming from a good farm that is local and in the area, and that they're not just putting whatever they need in the cow to like keep them alive for longer or to get them to
Yeah.
produce more, whatever it is that they want from them.
I got a weird statistic here. Do you know that the average American is fatter than a pig? It has more BMI than a pig does.
No, that's a crazy stat. I should have
I
opened
saw
with
the other
that.
day. I about died. I was like, that's so sad to think about. Like
Yeah.
your your average American is fatter than a pig.
That's horrific. I'm gonna start telling people that.
You should. It's great. Well, it's not great. But
Terrible.
it's terrible, but it's like one of those you look at that and you go, man, I used to be fatter than a pig.
Yes,
BMI wise,
it's
but
crazy. And there's things we can do. And we're so grateful, I think, to have the resources and the ability to do that. And I hope that by having more conversations, more people get, realize, come to terms that, oh, maybe I need to make a change. Maybe I need to not eat this, not fund these things, because they're trying to kill us all.
yeah, well, it's that it's just, once you're awake, it's really hard to close your eyes.
So true.
You start seeing these things, and if you close your eyes, you feel terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But stay awake. It's the easiest thing to do is keep looking. If something from the government, if you have multiple sources telling you to do something, just research as to why. A lot of times you're going to come out with something completely different and go, "Huh, I didn't know that." And a lot of the things I've pulled for this podcast were from medical journals and from statistics and like the BBC, and you look at some of these things and you're like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Or like, you look at these sources compared to what they've been telling us, and you're like, why are these studies of doctors at Cambridge University telling me something completely different than the Department of Health or something? Like, well, there's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Very
Yeah.
good advice. Very good advice.
Any other lasting thoughts, Cooper, before we close this episode?
Um, no other thoughts, but just eat healthy,
Yeah. Ask questions.
ask questions, understand your views on issues. Not, I mean, food wise and health, like, like you said, do you want to be paying for it when you're 60 or do you want
Mm-hmm.
to pay for it now?
Yeah.
Right? It goes for work too. You put in hard work in your 20s and 30s, and man, your 40s become a lot easier. Instead of really putting in hard work in your 40s, because man, life's gonna suck. That's when I want to be on the golf course the most.
Yes.
But I just encourage everybody, if you start opening your eyes, keep them open, keep looking around, because things aren't going to make a lot of sense initially, but eventually you're going to come to your own conclusions, and you're going to be sitting in your living room giving PowerPoint presentations, sounding like a crazy person, and then end up on a podcast. So,
We love it. Every minute of it.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on today, Cooper.
of course.
And we hope you all have enjoyed listening, and we'll talk to you guys again in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.